Hey guys, Central Florida Prepper here. Today we are going to be going over the shrink wrap using the just old cling wrap. Now, someone did mention they did sell shrink wrap at the dollar store. I will check on that if the dollar store I have locally, well, closest to me, even has that. I've never noticed it, but it's not like I walk around and look at every item at the dollar store. And today we will be wrapping our 4-pound bags of sugar my wife had picked up on her way home from work yesterday. So, may as well introduce the star of the show. This is, by the way, Flash Frank's favorite item. I had to mess with you, buddy. This was actually a embrosing heat tool, is what this is. My wife had picked this up at a yard sale 4 months ago, something like that, and it was like 25 cents at the yard sale. At the time we weren't sure what we would be using it for, but now we have a purpose for it. And even got a nice little stand, and it's pink. It's pink. I might actually spray paint this with my camo paint. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and get started on this. Hopefully the heater is not too loud. I think I can actually edit the volume on this, so I'm gonna give that a try. So here we go. Alright, so I already opened these up and got the saran wrap pulled out a little bit. So we just stretch it out the best we can. Freaking stuff is clingy as hell. Start this way first. That way it doesn't have much to seal on the open end. And we do a couple layers. There first. Wrap the ends up. As you can see, it doesn't really look all that sealed right now. Alright, pull this back out. Now, I'll set it down this way. This way I've only had to seal the ends and just do a light heat blast around the sides just to shrink it up. But the major seal is going to be at the top and bottom of it now, instead of the whole sides. Alright, I turn this thing on. Now, the other side. now we've got it shrink wrapped. Works pretty good this way. So yeah guys, that is one of our go-tos on our sugar. Sorry, our flour. We also do our pastas, our ramens, spaghetti, our macaroni. But I just do the whole box. I don't open up the macaroni boxes. I just wrap the whole box when I do those. See, what else did we shrink wrap? I don't know, we got a lot of crap. No, I don't think it's my preps as crap. I think it was insurance. Like I've said in the past, I have been hungry before. I'm not going to go hungry again, not if I can help it. Alright. Now, we can lose our preps by natural disasters, by what's called marauders. Some even say possibly martial law. I'm not really sure about that one, but I don't know everything. I mean, there's no reason not to prep for a martial law situation. Personally, I don't think the military is going to be coming banging on my door to steal my food, but it is a possible threat, and we as preppers try to prepare for as much as we can, and that is a threat, so it's something that must be prepared for. My best suggestion on that, and I mentioned before, hiding canned goods, things like that on interior walls, not the exterior of your house, you know, those walls, the interior walls, like the bedroom dividers, things like that. No one's ever going to think about pulling down drywall. Now I know, yes, drywall, gypsum board, it's messy, it's expensive if you break it, putting it up. You know, I do just about everything myself. I don't hire anybody for anything. It's pretty much, I think I do everything, but you know, for myself. That is a very big project. Another idea that we all should think about. Now, we have implemented this. We have bug out locations. Alright, now bug out location, I know a lot of people say, well, I'm just going to stay where I'm at. And hey, that, like I've already said before, that is our main thought process here. Alright, that's why we built a community of other preppers and built a group right where we're at. Nice having backup. But something could happen and we have to leave. Hurricane comes through and just destroys my house. I got all my preps in there. Big loss. Alright. The reason I bring this up, when I had my house fire, and this was 2011, I believe it was, or 2012. I was living up in Oregon, up in Silverton. I lost a huge majority of my preps. All my preps was in my basement. Alright, my basement was my bunker. Now, I've got this awesome bunker here in Florida. This is my shed. We don't put any perishable items out here. Alright. But we do have a bug out location. When we had that house fire, I had other supplies in my outside buildings. Or we had two outside buildings on the property. One was a old car garage with an upstairs floor. We never used it for the car garage because it was one of those old manual sliding doors. I mean, you have to slide it left and right, and you know, it's a freaking huge door, and the hinges were not, the slides were not very good, so we just used it for storage. And I had my little workshop. I was doing some online work at the time, selling security locks and things like that for the door I was actually manufacturing at the time. Why am I not doing it now? Well, because turns out there's a bigger market Well, there's a market for it, but there's bigger companies doing it. So there we go. But if I hadn't have had extra preps in other locations, we would have been seriously screwed, because we lost nearly everything in that house. Now, we did go back in and try to recover as much as we could, but the smell from the smoke was in everything. Now, even hard objects had that smell. The soot, the black stuff. I mean, we spent weeks scrubbing furniture that was just like hardwood, the hardwood table, things like that, and it was a disaster. It really was. So I will be making a video in the future, hopefully by the end of next week. It'll probably come out tomorrow, the way I am. Now, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm spending the time with my wife. I think she's off tomorrow, finally, on a Saturday. But we will be working on a stash bucket. It's a 5-gallon bucket that has food items, survival items that you can put in the ground somewhere, bury it, and forget it. Well, don't forget it, but you know where it's at when you need it. Because if something happens and you've got to haul ass, it'd be nice to have stash points. I'm not going to say where I put our stuff, but like I said, our bug out location, our first one, is 4 days away. That's not our in-game bug out location. That is just pretty much a safe house to get rested up. Now, that's 4 days on foot. Yeah, so having a secure location, because our bug out location that we will be going to is all the way up in Wyoming. I am hoping to be in Wyoming before shit hits the fan. And I'm hoping shit hits the fan is not the super volcano, because there goes that bug out location. Now, we do have a couple other plans in work, dealing with sailboats. My wife grew up here in Florida. She grew up on the water, and she's got a lot of experience in that. Now, like I said, I do get seasick. I have found running coastline has alleviated that problem, but when land completely disappears, I get sick quick. Now, you can overcome that type of sickness. The more you do it, the less you have a problem with it, but I like solid ground. So we do have multiple ideas and plans when the time comes, but having locations already stocked and filled up with food, supplies that you're going to need to survive, is priority. All right. Listen, I was raised out in the country. I was out in the woods, knee high. Can I survive in the woods? Yeah, I've done it many times. All right. Is it easy? Hell no. Okay, it's not easy. So the idea of just grabbing your bug out bag and running to the woods when shit hits the fan is a death sentence for people that, one, has no training at all for outdoor living. I had it too, but I just forgot it. That's the top one right there. No training. All right. Weekend camping. You know, a lot of people give crap to weekend campers. You know what? It's experience. Okay. I'm not going to give anybody crap about that. I would suggest next time you go do a weekend camp out somewhere, try to make it a little bit more difficult for yourself. All right. Have your item in case you need it, but try not to use certain things, all right, that you know that you won't be taking with you in your bug out bag. And then again, probably the best test I could give anybody is go camping with just your bug out bag. See how that works out. Alright, then you actually know this works for me or this don't work for me. I've seen products featured on survival shows, even here on YouTube, that I'm not going to say are bad. They might actually work for that person, but I know from my experience that particular item is not going to work in my case. It's not going to work in my plans, and most of the time I'm looking, I'm like, that's some crap right there. And I'm not talking about bad about any YouTube channel that's featuring something. Alright, I like how they showcase items. It gives you an opportunity to see it at work. But when you're actually using an item all the time, you've actually used it in your hands and you know its capabilities, that's when you want to put that item in your bug out bag, when you can prove that that item works, not just because someone else has showcased it. Take that item that you've got in your bags and go try them out. Alright guys, before I keep on rambling, please click that like button for me. If you're just passing through, just found the channel by chance, go ahead and subscribe. You guys, please take care of yourself. Enjoy your weekend. We've got the 4th of July coming up, and despite everybody else's thoughts on the subject, it's not just party time. There's a reason behind 4th of July. A lot of people have forgotten that was America's independence. Okay, and I'm not going to get into the whole political stuff, but we built America to keep from dictatorship rule. This socialist, communist crap that's being pushed on our society right now. And yeah, I watched the debates, the Democratic debates. I needed a good laugh. Actually, I was furious because people are misleading the American people. Just get your preps ready. Alright, y'all take care and have a great day.